Surprise. Okay. Big day, big day. All right, before we get started, we need to change the vibes. We're going blue. There we go. Oh, what the heck? My internet. My phone isn't connected to internet for some reason. Okay, we're good. That was weird. All right, we're going blue. Deep blue over here. And now, deep blue over here. Oh, do I not? Oh, I do have blue. Nice. Got the vibes right. So I got this seahorse that my wife made for the game. How fun is that? Isn't that so good? Looks like it's 16 by 16, which I think is what this square is. I think I made it 16 by 16. Yeah, 16. Yeah, let's run this real quick. Actually, running it doesn't do anything for me. Never mind. Do I have full screen? Oh, sure do. Okay. One other thing I need to do that I thought of this morning in the shower thoughts, is this 640, 360, because it is locked. It will not scale. And so I think that'll work just fine. Yeah. And so when I scale it up like this, it's just going to sit in the center of the screen. And if I do that, ooh, that's not good. That's not supposed to crash like that. Okay. So something in my resize is not working. Resize. No, resize. There we go. Yeah, let's find out what's crashing. Because, you know, I'm making my engine here, so might as well figure out what's going on. I'm going to pull it off screen. Okay, there it is. The buffer... See, that's incorrect. So that is the thing I need to change. Buffer width and height don't change. Let's do this smart though. We'll do if def buffer resize. Or actually it's just if buffer resize. End if. Is the compiler smart enough to figure this out? And then we go to the platform H, and we do define buffer resize 1 on this game and 0 on this game. Does that fix things? Yeah, so that fixes it. Perfect, 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 perfect. Okay, so the buffer will never resize. Like technically it's the same thing, I'm just displaying it at different scales. Okay. Got one thing out of the way. Today, I'm making collisions. I gotta change my, GMTK jam, I think is a little bit clickbaitier. I think GMTK jam with custom game engine, like who's not gonna click on that, right? Right? Maybe I need to do my hair a little bit better. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Let's zoom in as well. Let's do a little to-do list. That's that you don't need to know about that. Okay, GMTK 2026. We need some enemies. Sliding enemies. We need collision. So the interesting thing about this game is that I could do collision very easily, or I could implement like a pretty slick collision system. But we'll just do collision. So let's start with that. Let's create some enemies. I'm just gonna have 4 enemies for now. So they will just be rectangles. Enemies. We'll just do 4. And we need a timer. We'll just do it here. Global const int enemy timer equals 0. Or no. Enemy timer is like every 2 seconds. How about we say every 2 seconds an enemy will spawn from the bottom. And we will do global constant enemy move, because I don't know what it's going to be. I'm going to set it to 2 at first, but it might end up being faster. It probably makes sense for it to be 3, actually. Let's do 3. I'm realizing that I don't need this player position, but that's okay. It's whatever. What to do next? Let's go to this and see how I handle the timers. So let's look at this, for example. That's a bad idea. That's a bad example. Let's do this one. Yo, what's up, T251? Welcome to the chat. Harvest row Yeah, so the delta, yeah, this is what I need. Okay, so int enemy spawn timer. And then we go over here. Just do this. Enemy spawn timer plus equals the delta enemy timer. There we go. So every 2 seconds, an enemy is going to spawn from the bottom of the screen. So I got to make... yeah, so we'll do if state enemy spawn timer is greater than or equal to the enemy timer. Then we spawn an enemy. Which we already have enemies. Let's keep track of the index. Int enemy index. Am I spelling enemy right? I think it's the semantic satiation happening. State enemy index plus equals clamp state. No, that's not right. I just do plus plus. Let's do it this way. Rectangle star enemy equals this. Enemies with the state enemy index plus plus. And then after that, if state enemy index is greater than 4, state enemy index equals 0. We'll see if this works. It might be that I need to actually, in fact, let's do this. Const int enemy count equals 4. Wait, does that work? Is that gonna work? It works. Okay. Nope. Enemy count. Okay, so now I've got an enemy. And we're gonna spawn it at the enemy spawn. So let's just say global const v2i enemy spawn equals, it'll be just off screen. The X will be 180 and just off screen will be 656. We're hard coding stuff right now because we're just doing random things. How am I doing? Good. How are you doing? Just decided to join the GMTK game jam, so I'm actually like super excited to work on this. Okay. Doing good? Awesome. Awesome. What you been up to lately? Been playing any good games? Visible true. Enemy center equals enemy spawn. Enemy color equals red. Still playing 9 Souls. Nice. It's on my list. I got to do it at some point. I've heard it's really, really fun. Width equals enemy. Height equals 16. I should honestly set. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna undo this. We're gonna put it up here in the on init. So we're gonna do for int I equals 0. I is less than enemy count plus plus I. Rectangle star enemy equals state enemies at I, but it needs to be a pointer. what else do I need? Visible, color, width, height, center. That's everything. And then just make rectangle enemy. Cool. So all I need to do is just set the center equal to enemy spawn and make rectangle enemy. That's all I need to do here now. Tell me more about Nine Souls though. Like, is it what is it? I know it's like a 2D platformer, like fighter type adventure game, but like I don't know. Does it feel like Zelda? Does it feel like Metroidvania? Like what is it? Okay, so I've spawned an enemy. Every oh, actually all of them. Okay, so for int I equals 0, I is less than I is less than enemy count. No, not that. State enemy index plus I. So what we're going to do is iterate over the enemies, but only the ones that are showing. So basically it's going to be like, yeah, anyway, we'll see if this works. Let's be real. I have no idea if this is going to work. Yeah, we just do enemy. Oh, okay. State enemies at I dot center dot Y plus or minus equals enemy move. I think that's all I got to do there. Can I test this? Is this ready? No. I need to make rectangle. So let's capture the rectangle. Enemy center and then enemy and then this, and then we have to render the rectangle. I have a lot of flaws in my game engine, if you haven't noticed. I always have to make the rectangle before I render it, which is not ideal. Okay. I think this could work. We're going to find out. It didn't work. Okay, so I am not setting the timer anywhere. Yes, if the enemy timer is greater than or equal to the yes. I need to do state enemy spawn timer. It's a Metroidvania. Okay. Okay. I love Metroidvanias. That's awesome. Okay, what could I be doing wrong here? What could I be doing wrong? So did I get the enemy spawn wrong? 180. Yeah, I got the enemy spawn super. This is shockingly wrong. Okay, it's 320 by 376. That is. Oh, also, I have a build warning. Huh? Why is it warning for this? Oh, because enemy timer is supposed to be a float. Float. Now, do I get another error? Why doesn't it like that? Oh, because this is also supposed to be... Oh, yeah. That was the real issue there. Okay. Yes. All right, let's try this. Enemies. There's one. There's two. One. Two. Okay, so that was all four. Okay, so the timer, let's set the timer to 1. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Yes. So that is that's not going to work. The problem there is that I'm showing based on a minimum index. What am I making? Oh yeah, I should probably explain that, huh? Very simple game. So let's go to, let me pull up the jam real quick. Come on. All right, so here's the game jam. The theme is countdown. And so we always like to do funny riffs on the theme. So our thing is going to be your character is falling down this shaft and has to dodge things as they go down. But then at the end, it'll say, how many seahorses did you see? And so you're supposed to count while you're going down. It's very silly, very stupid, but I think it'll be fun. Yeah, what's the correct way to do this? I guess I could just do visible. Yeah, let's do a visible toggle. Oh, no, that doesn't work. I mean, it kind of works. If I go up here and I set visible to false, which doesn't work any, by the way, it doesn't actually make it invisible. It's just a good toggle right now. And then enemy center equals enemy spawn. So I just do enemy visible equals true. And then this one I just do S max enemy count. And if enemy visible, do this. So what that'll do is the enemies will start moving, and then they'll just keep going until they get recycled down to the bottom, and then it'll work. I think this is a terrible way to do it, but I think it'll work. There was a break, right? Here, let's set the enemy timer even smaller. Let's go 0.5. Oh. Oops. Yeah, there's a break. Why is there a break? I is less than enemy count. I think it must be something here. Right here. Yes, it's this. Oops. I just need to do this. and then state enemy index. That'll fix it. It didn't fix it. Why didn't that fix it? Is it greater than or equal? Is that what I need? Yeah, it's greater than or equal. Okay. I think that'll solve it. Yeah. Okay. So now we can set the timer back to 1.0. So now I think, yeah, it'll appear like there's a constant stream of enemies. Okay, easy enough, easy enough. So now it's time for collision. We need to detect. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a global Boolean. And it'll be called. What are we going to call it? My mind just completely blanked for a second there on like how to even exist. Okay. This is the scrolling. Equals false. Well, actually no, it'll equal true. True. And so we're going to know basically none of this is even going to run if we're not scrolling. If not scrolling. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. Well, we'll do if scrolling on this. And then right here. I still want to render it. I just don't want to. Yeah, if scrolling okay, so that, and let's do a little keyboard press just to test that this works. We're gonna do period comma this s slash a slash enter slash gc enter. No, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes, yes. Okay. So when the enter key gets pressed, it'll toggle this. Okay, if not enter key pressed, then scrolling equals not scrolling. Okay, so this will be a way that we can test things. Easy enough. And so we're going to also make it not scroll when they collide. So it's time for collisions. There are a few different ways to do collisions, and we're going to talk about them. Let me get my pen. Where'd the pen go? There it is. So right now I have a player that is a square. It's actually a rectangle, but it's a square. So how do I detect a collision? In my case, it's very easy, but let's talk about the complicated stuff. And then we'll talk about the even easier stuff later. Let's see if I have. Did I save this? I really hope I saved this thing. Is it this? Oh no, did I not save it? I'm going to be so disappointed in myself. Oh man. Okay, I gotta go searching. Here it is. Man, how have I not saved this? Okay, let's put this. Okay, so this is a collision detection visualizer here. So this is how you can represent collisions. Mouse click is move that. This is move the other one. Basically, if these shapes are colliding, then what will happen is that this shape, like no matter where these shapes are, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but no matter where these shapes are, the shape that's created to represent their collision or like their combined geometries will have 0, 0 inside it. See that? 0, 0 will be inside the shape. And there's a way to detect that. There's an algorithm called GJK. I'm trying to remember what GJK stands for. Gilbert Johnson Kearthy. And it uses what's called the Minkowski difference. And I think that there's, yeah, so it's like really simple. So you create an intersection. Yeah, and it can be used for 3D as well. By the way. Minkowski portal refinement. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. How cool is that? Yeah, it returns the dot product with 0, 0, essentially. And then you figure out if that is within the shape. It's just like, I mean, this is so cool. I feel like this is crazy tech that someone had to come up with. Also, this visualizer is so cool too. Basically, it points at like this thing is pointing at like the farthest point away from it. Or no, it's pointing to the center. I see. This one is pointing to... What is this one pointing to? I actually don't know what they're pointing at. So I don't know what these lines mean. But... Oh, you're leaving? See ya. So anyway, this is the complicated way that we could do collision. I'm actually not going to do it this way, though. I think. Because the game is so simple, I can just check their geometries directly. Because they're just going to be squares. So... That's not it. So GJK basically says we're going to take these shapes and we're going to create a separate shape that's a combination of their points in some way. So I think in this case 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Yeah, so I think it would be like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So I think it would be something like that is what the shape come out to be for the two squares. Actually, can I change these shapes? Zero, 1 2 1 2 3. Okay. Yeah, it's not showing how to do two squares, but like there would be a shape that's generated, and if 0 0 is inside it, then they're colliding. The next idea is circles. So circles are actually like way easier than this. If you have two circles colliding, all you have to do is check that the distance between their center points is less than their radiuses added together. That's all it is. So you just take the point and the point, and you say, you know, dx or dr or whatever. You get the distance. And if it's less than radius, like r1 plus r2, then it's colliding. Squares are also very easy because my guy is going to always be here. He's always going to be on this track, which is at, I think it's at y32. So my squares are all 16 tall. So all I have to say is if, yo, what's up? AOSQSW. Welcome to the chat. I am working on my entry into the GMTK Game Jam. I'm Catty Kit. What's up? And I am doing it in a custom game engine. And so I'm explaining how I'm going to write collision into my game engine. I just went over what's called GJK, collision. I'm not going to be doing this. I could do circles. Circles could be very easy, and it could be nice for the player. It gives like a little bit of leeway. Like if the player is sliding left and there's a enemy right here, like they'll just miss them, which could be nice. So I could maybe do circles, but right now I've got the player is a rectangle, but it's actually a square that is 16 by 16, and the enemies are also 16 by 16. And so all I have to say is, and they're indexed by their center point. So I just have to say, is the point 8 away from 32? So if I do, you know, like right here, the point is probably like y100. If I do, you know, 100 minus 32, is that 8? No, it's not. Is it less than 8? No. If it was here at, say, 36 minus 32, 4, check. How's it going? What's up, Patrick? I am doing my entry into the GMTK Game Jam. I'm doing it in my custom engine. I'm explaining how I'm going to do collision. I just went over GJK. I'm not going to be doing that. I talked about circles as a collision source. It's possible. I might do circles, but I'm explaining how I do squares, which is what I have set up right now. So let's actually show off what I've got right now. It's very simple. Just got some enemies flowing up so I can test this. And that's it. All right, and we've got AOSQSW. Although I think I've been told to call you Catty Kit. We got Catty Kit in the chat. Apparently also doing the game jam at the ripe age of 10. So shout out to you. That's very cool. So, real quick, I'm going to get rid of this. Let's go back to how the collision would work. So this check needs to exist, first of all. But then also you need to do the check based on the player's X value. So this is the first check because if this isn't true, then the next thing can't be true as well. Or, well, it could be true, but it wouldn't matter. Also, this would be an absolute value. I feel like how well my game fits the theme depends on how well I execute the game. What's your main game idea so far? They can fall to their death if they jump off a building. Morbid. Morbid. Is it like a fall damage game? Like, are you trying to find a tall enough building to kill yourself? Is that what it is? I feel like there were challenges like that in Minecraft where it was like you're stranded in the desert, like no tools. What do you do? And it's like you're trying to find like the highest thing and trying to kill yourself. My main game idea. Sorry, I didn't answer that. The player is falling down a shaft in the ocean. So it's like a trench in the ocean. And there are sea creatures that they have to dodge on their way down. And then once you get to the bottom, it says, all right, how many seahorses were there? And so you have to count the mobs while you go down. That's it. It's really dumb, but it's also simple enough that I can make it in my game engine. And so I love it. It's meant to be a countdown gauntlet tower thing that you have to escape. You start at the top. Man, Kick Chat is always like this, dude. I'm glad I don't show the chats anymore. All right. That's a lot of coding. Do you do Java? No, I do C++. You can talk, that's fine. Don't worry about it. JavaScript, not just Java. There is a little bit of JavaScript because I am releasing it on the web. So there is a JavaScript bridge. So I do it in C++, and then I compile that to WASM, WebAssembly, and then the HTML and JavaScript is what loads the WebAssembly. So if you look over here in like the network, if I do this, it's loading. Here, let's see if I can. Yeah, I can do that. There is a index.wasm somewhere that gets loaded. Here, right here. So this is my wasm. No preview apparently. Sources, it's literally just my index.html and my wasm. So here's the code in WebAssembly once it gets compiled. I don't write this obviously. So that's how that's done. All right. I kind of need the floors 11 to 1 to fit the number they represent. Otherwise, the theming feels lazy. It's meant to be a countdown gauntlet tower thing that you have to escape. You start at the top. Cool. Remember to make a good thumbnail. Yeah, I am not going to be doing the art for this jam because I'm going to be heads down on an engine the whole time. So my wife is actually doing the art. I don't have the art pulled up. Let me just show off what she's cooked up. She made this seahorse yesterday. So yeah, we'll see how it ends up looking. Oh, yeah, I forgot. There's also a character that she drew. So this is the character model that we'll probably work with. Just a little deep sea diver character. Kind of fun. All right, let's go back to this. So I have collision if the y subtracted is 4, absolute, and then the x is the same thing. So let's say right here, my x value is 360. So it would be 360 minus, and over here, it's probably more like 280, something like that. So 280 minus 360 is not 8. So then that fails. But if it's right here, and so it's the y value is 32 and the x value is like 356, then it's 360 minus 356, absolute, of course, is 4, and we're good. We've collided. So that's all I got to do. Very simple. I'm going to do that first. I could do the circles after if we decide circles would be more fun for gameplay reasons. But yeah, I actually have no reason right now to do like a full-on GJK collision system. Even though that would be really cool. All right. So let's do it. It's really simple. Right here, we just say if the enemy center dot y minus, so we could do the absolute value of enemy of player state player position dot y is less than, I don't have a player size value yet. Let's write that. Global const int player size equals 16. And we'll do it right here. Player size. I just like having constants because then I can tweak it, but I think there's no way it's not 16. Player size divided by 2. Then we have a possible collision. And then if abs of enemy center x minus player position dot x is less than player size divided by 2, then we have collided. And we're just going to, right now, to test that, we're just going to set scrolling equals false. And else scrolling equals true. Well, I don't really like that. We'll get rid of this for now. I think. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. So let's see if, oh, it didn't work. My build failed. I don't have abs, apparently. I thought I did. Oh, sure don't. Where did I put that? Did I put it in game 1? Oh, wrong place. Where's my abs? Define abs? Here it is. What is this place? This is math. Yes. So maybe I just don't have math yet. Mojo ../engine mojo math. Abs. Why doesn't it do that? If defined platform wasm, which it should be, oh. Right. Yes, I don't have an absolute value for Win32. A lot of coding? Yes, yes, I'm going to be doing coding the most in this. Why don't I have an abs? I guess I'll do an... Plat Win32. What does that do? Nope, doesn't like that. Wow, there's really not an absolute value. This is in standard lib. How is there 113 entries? What does that mean? 113 entries of what? Oh, of the game jam. Yeah. I mean, technically mine's in there already. Look at that. Boop. Here's mine. It's just it's good to just like put your like what you have in the submission, and you can edit this as it goes. Like you don't have to, you know what I mean? Like just get the page up so that when you have things to test, you can send it to your friends and stuff and test it. So I actually recommend it. I recommend going and putting up your entry right away so that you don't have to worry about submitting it right at the end of the at the end of the jam. You can just edit your submission. Why is absolute value the thing that's tripping me up here? How do I not have an absolute value? I guess I'll just do one. I don't know. Mojo math. So why is this so cranky? What does it say? It says it doesn't like the parentheses. I will post after I'm done with test 2. I like it. Yeah, it does have an absolute value. Yeah, there's supposed to be an absolute value. I'm so confused here. When I post, can you do a live reaction? We'll see. This is really, really dumb. This should not be my problem. Yeah, what is this abs? SDBI. That's used in here. It's in Mojo A Spray, I think. Yo, what's up, Most Dog? You made it. I am dealing with a really, really dumb compiler bug, and I don't know what to do. For whatever reason, it's saying that I don't have abs. Maybe I need to... Okay, let's see. What do I have in here? I have a sprite. I have math. Do I need to include mojo math on this side? I think the simplest way, return n greater than 0. Return n, else negative n. Right? No, I did that the opposite. No, I did it right. I did it right. Okay. So we're just gonna use mojo abs. Okay. Wow. Really lame. Okay, we got scrolling. But it's not quite correct. There's something wrong with it. It's too close. Oh, it's because I don't need to divide by 2, actually. Mojo has abs. I did it. Okay, so it is off by 1. Like if I can get myself. I think that's probably fine. Yeah, my character moves 2 pixels at a time is the problem, so I can't see if it's actually 1 pixel. Here, let's change that real quick. Let's just make the player move. Oh, I didn't need to. I forgot I don't need to restart my engine every time I do that. Okay, so 1 pixel off is still colliding. What about on this side? Yep, 1 pixel off, still colliding. So the problem here is that I think I need to do the collision before rendering. Yes, right here. I need to do this. Does that do anything for me? No, that didn't do anything. Oh, right, enter. Okay, it does stop this guy. I am still here, yes. Thank you for still being here. Yeah, I mean, it's working. It's just, I guess it draws an extra pixel. Do I need to do like a +1? Yeah, let's do a +1 on the Y. I keep restarting my engine. I forget that I have hot reload. Oh, +1 didn't do anything. On the Y. So the center minus the player position +1. Why does it still render 1 extra pixel forward? Oh, you know what it is? My enemies move 3 pixels at a time. That's what it is. So what you would normally do in like Godot, for example, is you would have, I don't remember what it's called. Process. You would have process and physics process. In Unity, it's called update and fixed update. And so what that essentially means is, let's bring up the board again. So what's happening is, you know, I've got the player here. Here, let's do this. Frame 1, player here, and then enemy here. There's 2 pixels. Let's draw 2 pixels separating them. So there's 2 pixels here, right? Frame 2, player here, enemy here. This is 1 pixel. And it's because I'm moving them 3 per frame. So what you would actually do is you would do some sort of float position of the enemy and just like round it. And then you would have two different essentially updates. So one update would go like all the time. It would just constantly be running. On my computer, that probably means like 300 FPS, right? Something like that. But then the physics frame would be at, well, actually, no, that wouldn't be the physics one in this case because it's doing the collisions. No, I don't understand the meaning behind physics process and process, but like basically this loop that's running free, that's just always going, would say stop the scrolling when they're and I wouldn't move their position. I would move the position 3. It would be delta divided by 3. Right? That's what I would be moving it on this update, which means that it would be a fraction of 3. Like it could be like 0.1. So I'm like plus equaling by 0.1 out of 3 on the Y value every frame, but it happens 300 times a second. And so then after that happens, then I check if they're going to collide and then I stop them. But and so that would be good. In fact, honestly, this would be the type of game to do it. Should I just do that? I just don't have a fixed frame rate. What do you think, Mostog? Should I just remove the fixed frame rate for this game? Add delta. I mean, I do have delta. But I'm locking it at 60 frames per second. Yeah, so basically what the game engine does, let's see if I can find it. Right here. I say monitor refresh rate 120, update hertz is half of that. I don't remember why I had this this thing, but basically, yeah, it just means that every frame is supposed to be, you know, 16.66667 milliseconds, which is 60 frames per second. And then what you do is you come down here and you sleep. You sleep for the other time. I'm trying to think how I do this. Like, is it just a thread? Is that what it is? Because the nice thing about sleep is it is a little bit nicer on your system. So your computer... Locking at 60 could be dangerous if a game system ever can't handle that, right? Kind of, yeah, like Minecraft is not locked at 60, for example, and it's because, you know, you could be flying and loading chunks, and if a chunk load causes your game to go to like 5 frames per second for a little bit, then you still want your position to be calculated based on the delta. But, or do you, you know? Or do you want it to just lag and then just keep going afterward? I don't know. But yeah, I actually don't know how to do this entirely. I should probably research this. I mean, like, honestly, it's not too bad if it's just going over by 1. And another way I could solve this, actually, it looks like it's going over by 2 every time, right? It's going over by 2. And because I'm moving them by 3 every time, that means that all I need to do is set... This is really jank. I just need to add 2 to this. And build. And now... Oh, now they collide by 3. I didn't expect that. So that would be... That would be a bug. What if I do 375? What does that do? Yeah, it's the same thing. If I do 377, they will collide by only 1. No. That didn't work. Oh, there we go. It'll only collide by 1. This is hard. This is hard. So 378. Oh, and now I could add the +1. Did it not build? What happened? That should work, right? 378. It's 376 plus. Do I go 379? Nope, not quite. Is it -1? Am I just... was I just going the wrong way? Okay, let's do the math here. $376 plus enemy move. What does that do? Okay, so it is minus that I wanted. Welcome back. There we go. So that just says they would have collided, but instead we stop the game and don't render them. So if I think if I place this now in here, or down here, that it would still render over, I think. Oh, it doesn't. So maybe that was the problem all along. Is that I'm actually doing the rendering in the wrong spot? My playlist just stopped. The heck? Yeah, I'm actually surprised that that behaves the same. Maybe the build didn't work. Is there a pixel in between those two? There's totally a pixel in between them. So it's not working. Although maybe I could minus. No, that didn't do anything. What does this do? Yeah, I don't know. I think the right way to do it is to move them by a variable amount in float and then just render it on an int and not do a fixed frame rate. So yeah, I mean, I think I literally just comment all this code out. I think that's it. And then it won't be a fixed frame rate anymore. Let's get some text in here. Font. I gotta remember how I do this. Pixel font. There it is. Do I need a font arena? Oh, font. Okay. It's right there. So we'll do that. And then let's go back here. Pixel font. This. Perfect. The font is the first thing I load. So I don't have to change this code at all. Text size was 8, I think. Load TTF. Do I not have font? Why don't I have font? I guess I must have to do it here. Okay, include header dot slash engine slash mojo font CPP. There we go. Okay. And let's go back. Where's my Stardew? This. What's the text size here? Oh, it's 16. Okay. Oh, my UI system is so bad. I need a much better system at some point. Let's do char FPS string. And we'll do 3. Well, let's do 4. Maybe it'll go over 1,000. Actually, that would be 5 if it went over 1,000, because it'll be 1,000 and then null terminator. And then I need text. FPS text. Okay. So we'll do it right here. Put string char out is state FPS string. The string is nothing right now. Why did I do that? This goes in the on frame. We'll just do it right up here at the top. I need to do number to text. Oh, I don't remember how I do it. This is what I need. And I need include engine mojo text. It's not text. Why doesn't it like put string? Is it string? Include / engine mojo string. Yes. Render text bitmap. Why doesn't it think I have that? I don't need this to be a state. I can be int. Or no, float. No, int. Why doesn't it think I have render text bitmap? This is in mojo text. Okay, but then I can get rid of bitmap. Okay, that's what it is. And then I need mojo string. Okay, there we go. So now I should be rendering text. Oh, except for I need to place it somewhere. And actually I should do this last. FPS text this. Goes up here. Okay. Oh. The FPS text is not showing. What did I do wrong? Gosh darn it. Oh, it's because I have an error. Oh, okay. I don't have I don't have arena. Yeah, we're getting to the start of everything, and so there we go. Okay, let's run it. And I should have FPS text down here at the bottom. Yeah, I do have thousands. Everything is moving a lot faster now. Thousands of FPS. Okay, it's because I'm not dividing the player movement by the delta. Memory delta divided by player move. And then where's the enemy move? This delta, oh, memory delta divided by enemy move. This is why you built your PC, to get 3000 FPS on the Mojo engine. Yep, exactly right. Exactly right. Oh, yes. And now the enemies need... Oh, okay. All right. V2 enemy positions. Enemy count. So we do state enemy positions dot y. What the heck? Oh, at I. Dot y is that, and then we do enemy center dot y equals. Am I just flooring? Or am I? No, I'm just gonna round. I think. Do I have a mojo round? No, it's just round. Round F. That's not it. Is it round F? State enemy positions I dot y. My buddy is doing a game jam live. Nice, have fun. Yeah, and then the next thing is that the player also has. Oh shoot! Did my stream just go down? It looks like the stream is alive. Okay, the player now needs a float position that gets rounded. Round F. Why doesn't it like that? Player position right. Yes. Dot X. Ah. Okay. Oh, it is not happy. It's because the enemy center is now that. So let's just do v2 enemy position equals state enemy positions at I. Enemy position. What about that? How many errors do I have now? Center equals state player position. Yes. X equals round F dot X, and then find X place Y. What's next? Player position. Yeah, that's fine. Does that work? That works. Why doesn't it like this? Is it because this is returning a float? Okay, what? I swear I have a float function. Mojo math. Do I not have a round? Yeah, mojo round. Why did it not? Round F place with mojo round. Okay, enemy position Y minus player position Y minus enemy move. So this is the one where I need to do float. Although this is already a float, right? Oh, it's an int. Okay. Yeah. Flipped. It didn't like that. So that wasn't the problem. Is it because it's less than player size? And this is... Oh, is it because this takes in an integer? So I gotta mojo round this before I absolute value it. Okay. Is that going to be everything? All right, let's try it out now for real. Okay. It's not working. Don't know if you can tell, but the player is not moving very fast. The variable frame rate is there's issues. There's issues. Shoot. What do I do? What did I do wrong? I actually don't want to abs this. That's what it is. I don't want to abs that. I think I just need another mojo abs that is afloat. I think that's what it is. Also, let's get rid of this thing. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, the player movement is not working. It's because I am rounding it, right? Player position. This is a float. Minus the delta divided by player move. Let's turn this into a float. Just to be sure. Why? I don't understand. It's supposed to move 1 pixel per second. I'm gonna guess that the delta is just like so crazy small that it's not even like picked up. Like delta, like does this need to be a double kind of thing? I've got the counter and the seconds. Yeah, I wonder if I need this to be a double. Divided by enemy timer. Okay, so that would work. I guess we'll do that. Float. Memory delta. This one. Okay, fine. I'll make a mojo round for doubles as well. Okay. Let's try again. No, it doesn't do anything. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is it times? Instead of divide? Is that what it is? It's times, isn't it? Except for on the timer. The timer doesn't do that. But the position would be times. No. Times is not correct. Yeah, I think I've got a... I think I gotta undo. I don't think I'm set up for this. Yeah, the delta is screwing with things. What did I do wrong? What's the math there? To move one per frame. That's the problem, is I was saying I was going to move one per frame. Which means 60 frames per second. Or 60 pixels per second, right? So that would be... Okay, so if I do 60, does that solve my problem? Oh, it sure does. Okay, so actually I can go back to this. Oh. Let's try that. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, okay. Okay, there it is. That's the math. The enemy is going to move. So the player is going to actually move 12. I was going to have them move 2. Okay, let's do... That's whatever. Okay, enemy move. So it'll be 3 times... Yeah, let's do global... I don't know. 3 times 60, 180. Does this solve it? This is getting messed up. Yeah, I'm not setting the enemy spawn. This right here. I'm not setting... No, that's not it. Enemy center. Right here. What does enemy timer do? Is that the frequency at which they spawn? Yes, that is correct. Yeah, and that one is represented in seconds. So it's every 1 second an enemy spawns. And I think that the math here actually holds up, despite what you might think with how I was floundering before. Okay, so now, yeah, why are the enemies not going well? So the enemy positions... Oh, it's because I'm never setting enemy position to the... Like, I'm never resetting the enemy position. There we go. So I need to do state enemy positions at I equals 2v2 enemy spawn. There's no I. This state enemy index. There we go. All right, let's see what this does. Look at that. The game is working again. And it stops pixel perfect. Pixel perfect. Look at this. We're gonna grab this. Look at this. Look at this. Pixel perfect. Oops. How do I move? There we go. Control drag. Pixel perfect. Okay, so yeah, and the game runs at, you know, multiple thousands of frames per second. You know what's funny about this though is that I can actually I can fix the frame rate again. I don't like technically this doesn't even like I can do this and it still works. Is what I'm realizing. Like look at this. Oh, it didn't work. I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought that would work. Why did I think that would work? Is the question. Because it's supposed to stop the scrolling. Okay, well, all right. So now we go to platform.h. We're gonna we're gonna create a new define fixed frame rate 0. And it maybe okay. Actually, I think instead of fixed frame rate, it'll be fix frame rate. Do that. And then over here in this, undo if fix, if not. How do I do if not? Is it just not fix frame rate? Could I cap the frame rate? Could. Okay, let's check that this setting works. So this is going to stop. Oh. 0. This one I want it to fix the frame rate. Why am I blanking? How about this? Else. I thought that would work. What? Why is it all of a sudden just like not working anymore? If I comment this out, does it work? It works. So yeah, my define is not working. If def yeah, I guess we just do this and do this. Does that work? No, it's at 60 again. Why is my if def not working? If def fix frame rate. Okay, there we go. It's not fixed. Perfect. Okay. Now, if I go back to this and I grab this and I put it in here, then it'll be fixed. Yes. Okay. So this is a fixed frame rate now. Okay. So that is one way to do that. Why does the 60 not work though? Like if I do it by the delta, why does that not work? I'm still confused on that because it should be doing it float. So every 16.6667 milliseconds, it's supposed to add essentially 16.6 to the position. Well, it's no. It'd be what would the delta be? Because 16.6 is the target. That would be the frame. So it'd be, I don't know. I'm confused. Oh, look at this. Hang on. What do we got? We got an axolotl. We got an axolotl sprite. Okay. Now the question is, how does this work in the web port? And the answer is probably not great. Yeah, because the web port is fixed to 60 frames per second. So I need to find my... I put 60 somewhere. Here we go, frame rate. Get rid of that. And then I have a set interval. Instead, I think it's request. No, what is it? Animation frame? What's it called? JavaScript request animation frame. What is it called? Okay, I was getting it right. Although it is going to be based on your frame rate. So it turns out I do still need to figure out, because yeah, my frame rate. Huh? Request animation frame. Loop. I think it's this. And then I call loop once. Is that right? I don't remember how I had this set up before. EMCC index.js request animation frame. No, that's not it. Do I have another index.html somewhere? Sure don't. How do I use request animation frame? Oh, there's a callback. Stupid me. This. So I call request animation frame loop, and then same thing right here. That's what it is, I think. Why doesn't it like that? Do I get rid of this? I don't remember how to do this. Okay. Step does this. And then you call it again. I thought I did it right. Oh, crap. I have these on it. That might be the problem. Yeah, that was the problem. Okay, yeah, so my frame rate... Oh, it's not showing the frame rate. Why is it not showing the frame rate? Oh, it's because... yes, up here. I have to get this. Colon, what was it called? Pixel overload? Pixel operator. No, why? BG this, yank this, paste. Whoa. There's my frame rate. So I'm locked at 167. On the web one. Yeah, so I need to figure out I need to figure out a better solution to this, but like we're getting somewhere. Like the collision is working. Or is it? No, it's my keyboard thing that's not working very well. Yeah, my keyboard thing doesn't work very well. That's okay. The user doesn't need to type things. Okay. Trying to think what's next. Yeah, I kind of want to figure out that delta thing. So here, let's go back to the drawing board a little bit. So basically what I'm saying is that, you know, let's say it's 60 FPS. That means that every frame is 16.67 milliseconds. And so let's say I want the player to be able to move 2 pixels per second. Yeah, let's do the math. Like let's figure out this equation. So every frame, how much do I need to move them? Because I have a float value as well for their position. So let's say the player's position is 0 and I'm moving right. In one frame, how far do I move? So this in milliseconds times 1,000 is seconds, right? So it'd be 0.01667. Is that correct? Did I do that right? Let's get the calculator out just so I don't mess anything up. 16.67 times 60 is 1,000. So I was already wrong. Let's do, so 60 divided by, or no, it's the opposite. 1,000 divided by, no, divided by 60. Oh no, I was right. So 1,000 is a milliseconds divided by 60, 16.6. And times, this is incorrect for obvious reasons. I don't know where I was going with that. Want to hear a Haskell fun fact? Sure. Would love to. I think my stream is constantly going in and out of good health. And I feel bad. Sorry about that. Oh, my brain. So after one frame, how far will it go? Haskell is lazy. Okay. 2 pixels per second. And uses monads to abstract side effects away. Honestly, I don't know what that means. I don't know enough about Haskell. I technically learned Haskell in college for like one course, but that was it. But I would love to hear more. Like if you want to explain to me what monads and side effects are in Haskell. Whoa. What was that? Audio context was not allowed to start. Okay. Interesting. I need to figure out that too. All right, we're going to write some of these down. So, bug. Oh, wait. We got a bug, frame rate, calculation, issue, and then we've got another bug, audio context on web port. Yeah, when it comes back, it tries to play something and fails. So that's a little awkward. Actually, oh yeah, you can't even hear it anyway. I'm not playing the Chrome audio. Okay, but let's go back to this because I need to figure out how far it moves every frame. So I set the, so 2 pixels per second is 120 120 frames essentially. Right? Because I have 60 frames per second. Yeah, 2 pixels per second times 60 frames per second equals 120 pixel frames. I don't like this unit thing that I've got going on here. But let's, yeah, so 120 steps, we'll call it. Steps. So that means that it should move 1/120th, which is, calculator please, 1 divided by 120. Simply half of this. So my X position should now be 0.0083. Repeating. After 1 frame. See, I thought I was doing it right, and I think I am doing it right. So now, oh gosh, I need to do something about that audio context. It pops every time I go back to this. Can I pause it? Do I not have pause? I don't have pause. Yeah, so the position should go up by 0.085, 0083, I mean, every frame. And so should the enemy position. The enemy position will go up Yeah. So I think what it's supposed to be in seconds. Yeah. So it, let's look at the where this is set. 1 divided by the delta is the frames per second. But what's the delta? Delta is the before, or the current minus the before divided by in seconds. So it should be 1 frame per second divided by seconds, in seconds. Divided by in seconds. One frame. I guess it's dude, I like my brain cannot think of this right now. I think it's time to be done, but like I guess yeah, I'm still confused why this is not working on a fixed frame rate. Like it should be able to stop there on a fixed frame rate. Let's grab this. But it stops 3 or 4 pixels too late. Here, let's zoom in a little bit. Grab this. Where's my notification? This. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it's like 5 pixels too late by this, you know, very serious source of information. Why? Why is it so late? It should stop scrolling. And it should update the position more regularly. Oh wait. Okay. I think I figured it out. I did this wrong. It's not 2 pixels per second. I was going 2 pixels per frame. Right? 2 pixels per frame. And so if I'm on a fixed frame rate, every frame it's supposed to go a full 2 pixels. So is my delta 1? What's my delta in this case? I don't have good logging, unfortunately. But what I could do... Yeah, let's do this. If memory... No, I can... Can I do better? If memory delta is greater than 1. Or no, equals 1.0. Memory debug log 1. Else if memory delta is greater than 1 and memory delta is less than 2, memory debug log 1 point something. Else if I need to, we'll just do this. What's up? What? Chat. Okay, so let's see what this does. I need to change something real quick. I need to do this. And then build. We go over here. Less than 1. Okay, so I was incorrect. They're all less than 1. I forgot that I need to do this. Are there going to be any that are not less than 1? All right. Yeah, this is the janky way to do it. All right, I'm going to have to end there, but like I feel like I should be able to figure this out correctly next time. Yeah, I think the problem is I'm moving, like I was trying to move 2 pixels per frame. How's it looking so far? It's looking pretty good. Like I got collision done. I just I don't like that things are moving in such large steps. So maybe I just do collision math where like if it goes beyond, like if it collides, to put it to just like set the position lower. But whatever. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I got to get to work. But thanks for coming in, and I am going to keep working on this for the next couple days. So, see ya.